Guys, Blackbard here, bringing you a build update for the first time. We added a bunch of gear to this character. Our 36k crit character build for Bleeding Edge. And I felt, after some comments that were made on the Discord, that I should go crazy with it and make sure that no one's anywhere near my damage. So that's exactly what I did. We ground on this guy for 3 or 4 days, just grinding expeditions, maybe 5 days. Just grinding expeditions, +4 to +6 over and over and over and over and over again. Getting some good gear and rigging this guy out. We also worked on the passive skill tree, changed around a few points, optimized it for damage specifically. I want to be very clear, this is a very squishy build, and it just does shit tons of damage. So don't expect that it's going to live through the higher tier stuff. It's just fun to see the big numbers. So let's get into it. First we'll go by the passive skill tree, the changes that we made. We assessed how good these 5% attack damage and 10% attack damage nodes are, and they are terrific for top end crit damage. They're insane. So we still go down here through Ferocity to get to the crit damage, and then we cruise down to Retaliator because it's just really powerful. And we snag this little 5% attack node. Now, our old build pathed us over here to the 25 crit hit damage, which you may think would be really good, but we were short one of these 5 attack damage nodes, and we were really close to these toughness nodes here. This combination here, these 3 nodes, are much better than these 3 nodes. They wind up getting us more damage. Not by much. And it's, I don't know, it worked out better, and you have more toughness, so you have more life. It makes you a little bit less squishy, and it gives you just a little bit more damage, so it worked out fine. But this is the final build iteration. We went through a whole bunch of different iterations, going in through toughness and other places and trying to stack what we could, but this is definitely the most damage that we can come up. From there, the attributes still haven't changed. It's 100% in the toughness. This leaves our crit a little bit low, but you got to deal with it. If you want the biggest number possible, you got to go straight toughness. From there, you can see our average damage is really high, and our bleeding edge damage is insane, between 38 and 4k, I want to say. Oh, I didn't hit anybody, so that doesn't help. Our gear update has gone a little crazy over here. You want to stack 2 of these rings, preferably 60-20s, on the attack crit damage and the weapon damage, but get as close as you can. The attack speed does not matter, so stack as much weapon damage, no matter what the attack speed debuff is. Next up are the Argan's Hearth. Oof, hard name to say. These are just ridiculous. They're basically the equivalent of about adding 5 sockets to one of these, maybe 4 to 5 sockets to one of these maces. Just insane damage increase for anything that uses material damage and attacks. So these are terrific for bow builds. They're terrific for the staff builds. They're insane, and I have 2 pairs, so that's awesome. Basically like having an extra 10 sockets on here. Then you can see I also added on the shoulders. We have 2 sets of these. The first set added what seemed like a lot of damage, and then the second set, not so much. But they're still better than wearing regular shoulders, and I have some pretty nice ones, and we're still doing more damage, so these are terrific. As well, with one of them, they give you 100% heal whenever you use Bleeding Edge. When you have 2 of them, they just overheal you. So the healing is not really noticeable. Then all of your damage gear, you want the highest res possible. If I found a better one of these, I would use one, but you want the ones with low life and max all res, and then have material score on them. And then in your sockets, you're going to use material score, although I would recommend dropping at least one of these for attack leech, unless you have it here on your belt or on here, but I haven't had that. And I guess you can get it on your weapons as well, but I haven't gotten that either. So once you were to get that in either one of these 4 places, then you can drop it out of the sockets. I wish I had 2 more sockets on here, and I had 3 there, but these are really good items, so can't really pass them up. The belt is insanely important. It is a ton of your damage. Champion Girdle is the only way to go. Flat damage on these, and then crit hit damage are just the best stats you can get. Obviously, you can get a socket, throw a copper stone in there for more toughness and more damage, and then that's pretty much it. No attack speed matters, no crit chance matters, just get straight attack rolls. Same thing with up here. I haven't gotten very good ones, but this is the best I've gotten, so we're still grinding for that to hopefully break 100k soon. Either one of these being updated or getting a better version of boots or pants would knock me over the edge, or a weapon, but that's beside the point. Your go-to is going to be the Bladed Mace. It does more top-end damage, and its range is a lot tighter, so it does a lot more consistently high crits versus the axes, but the twin axes are still good. They just don't do as much damage. I haven't found a second bladed mace with 3 sockets that has crit damage and 3 rolls on it, since my original one that was deleted in the stash updates. Oh well. But yeah, so that's pretty much all of the gear. You will notice massive increases when you change these in, and this, and some increases with these. Obviously you have to have 2 of these to even really get started with the build, but that is pretty much everything. Let's just jump into a map here real fast and show you that I'm not just blowing smoke up your butt. We'll come on in here, and you can see I'm still using 2 rage pots, although I'm not sure 2 is necessary. You can probably get away with just 1 and a heal pot. But you can come in here, and I'm not even getting crits, and I'm hitting these things for 30k each, so 70, 60s. The range is very massive as far as oh, there was a 90 something. I missed it. It's right on the edge of the screen. But the damage ranges on your gems and on your gloves, it's getting a little 93k there. You can see all of these ranges, 11 to 15, 10 to 17, all these 8 to 12, 6 to 12, 8 to 12, 7 to 12s. That huge, massive range makes your crits jump all around between 63 there. It's about as low as it goes when you're this geared. And here's a good one. 91, 71. Just, they're all over the place, but if you really like to see big numbers, this is just the way to go. 97 there. Pretty good one. Pretty alright. But yeah. I guess the other thing I forgot to go over were the skills here. They're not terribly important, but this one should be pretty obvious. Increase area effect is really just for fast clearing stuff. If you need more DPS, you go projectile speed, and then you have to do the spinning in place. It's just the way that skill actually does damage. Your shout is going to be weakened, and all res just increases your damage that much more. Pull from your tracker's reach, just stun enemies and pull from all around you. And then the jump is just really to get some rage and stun again so you don't get killed. I don't use Anvil's Woe. But that's pretty much it. Just kind of cruise around and watch the big numbers fly. It's a lot of fun. But yeah. I hope if you guys do try this, you get some luck getting the items, because they were not exactly easy to get. But this shows the kind of extremes that that you can go to with damage in this game, at the cost of survival. Not necessarily a great demonstration of the most optimized builds, but it's definitely the most damage in the game at the moment. Barring you're not doing super high level stuff with Mark of Impunity, but that's beside the point. How's that for a closer? Alright guys, well I hope this video was at the very least fun to watch, seeing the big numbers, and I hope you guys have a good time and come back later. I'll have some more stuff popping up here soon, especially with all this crazy gear I got, so we'll apply it to some other builds and kind of goof around a little bit here in the next few days. So thanks for coming out. Bye.